Hi, and welcome to Messages from Spirit. I like to do this every Friday morning in place of our morning meditation. So I'm glad you could join me, and whether you're watching live at 8 o'clock or if you're catching up on YouTube, again, welcome. And I believe that even if it's not Friday that you're watching this, or if it's a month from now, the message that you receive, you're meant to hear it when you do. It's very simple. I use my cards, the Goddess Speaks, and I will choose 3 cards, and you get to choose which one resonates for you. And before I begin, though, I'm just going to give them a nice little shuffle with my intent, messages for the higher good of all. And before I start to do this, just a couple quick reminders that the Healing Circle gathering here in Marmara will be this coming Monday, the 29th, September 29th, here at my home. And weather permitting, we'll do a walking meditation just in the woods out behind my house. Now, even if it rains or the weather's really cold or something that prevents us from going outside, the Healing Circle meditation will still carry on. We'll just do it inside as usual. Also, for those who have signed up for Reiki Level 1, just a quick reminder, that's this Sunday at 9:30. It's an all-day workshop. And for those of you who already have your Reiki 1 and want to continue your journey learning Reiki, I will be holding the Reiki Level 2 workshop October 26th here in Marmara, and this is all in person. And the Reiki Level 3 and Masters will be November 23rd, again here in Marmara and in person. So if you want more information on those, you can private message me or go to my website, mindfuljourney.ca/events, and look them up and find out from there how to register, what's involved in them, and the cost of them. All right, so without further ado, let's do our messages. This is card number 1. How does card number 1 make you feel? Card number 2. And card number 3. So once more, card 1, card 2, card 3. All right, no changing your mind. Choose your number now, and then I will deliver the messages. Card number 1, for those of you who chose this one, is represented by the crone, and she's reminding you to speak your truth. Not what other people want you to say, but to speak what is true to you. Over the next week, you are going to be in situations where someone around you is saying things that, I'm not saying that they're lies or they're untrue, but they are statements that you personally do not agree with. You may even take offense to some of them. Just remember that by not speaking up, your silence is showing support for the comments these people are making. I feel that on a spiritual level, you'll be challenged by some of these words that are being spoken, because inside you don't feel that anymore, and you're not able to feel like you can go along with it anymore. So in those situations, and I've learned this from personal experiences, if you're like me and a person that doesn't like confrontation, one of the lessons that you will be taught this trip around the sun is that you will be presented with situations that will challenge you. How are you going to handle those? It doesn't mean you have to be confrontational, that you have to be in somebody's face, but if you truly do not go along with what that person or that situation is generating, the energy that it's creating, then you need to decide. If you stay there in silence, it's putting out that you agree with what's going on and being said. And if you truly don't feel that that is where you are anymore, or you can't support that, you need to either speak up or step back and be away from it. As we get older too, it'd be nice to think that we learned from other situations and experiences in our life and in what we see around us, which will help us to formulate what it is we feel to be true. And it is a challenge because there's that fine line between starting an argument and keeping the peace. So again, I remember my mom always saying to me that you need to pick your battles, which is true. But do ask yourself, before you do speak your truth, is this the time to speak up, the place to speak up? Is what I'm going to say true? Is it kind, loving? Will it hurt anyone? And if you can move forward with confidence that it's necessary to say what it is for either to help yourself or to help someone else, then do that. You have the right to speak your truth as well. If you find that you've had a lot of neck pain, shoulder pain, just even notice right now, just close your eyes and breathe in. Is there tension in that part of your body? Exhale, feel your shoulders drop and release that tension. We carry a lot of it here, and this is all connected to our throat chakra. So if you're having physical problems in that part of your body, ask yourself, are there things that I need to be saying? All right, that's a heavy-duty one for those that chose number 1. Be mindful. Those who chose card number 2 is the maiden, that young person just setting out on their journey, full of uncertainty, lessons to be learned. You see she's stepping into unknown waters here. So you're going to have a week where you're going to maybe be second-guessing yourself a lot. Do I really need to do this? Do I really want to do this? And there could be like that push. You're at that point where a decision needs to be made. And I feel that some of you that chose this card are people that like to have things organized, like to know what's going on. But this is your challenge right now, is to trust the universe has your back, because you're going to be going into things that are unfamiliar to you. So that's where the uncertainty comes into. You could be experiencing a life experience right now that is new to you. You're not sure how to handle it. And you wish you could go back, but you can't. There's no going back. It's a time now for you to trust yourself, to trust the circumstances and opportunities that are presented to you, and step into that uncertainty so that you are able to make changes in your life. Too often we stay stuck out of fear of change, out of fear of what might happen, and we always tend to let the mind go to all the negative things. But what if something awesome is waiting for you to step into and to try? So over this next week, don't be surprised if those situations are there for you. And so the biggest burden and blockage we can put for ourselves is allowing that fear of what could happen and fear of change to set up in front of us. Without making a decision, that fear just keeps running over and over within us. It's that fear of uncertainty, that fear of thinking that, what if I make the wrong choice? Just make a choice and you'll feel so much better, and then go forward with that. Number 3, you have the mother. So we've got the maiden, mother, and crone all showing up today. That's a pretty powerful energy. And she's talking about love. Well, that's a good thing to have. The mother is nurturing. She's there for us to give those hugs when we need them. And so this is the week you're going to find you're going to be on both ends of that. You're going to be in a situation where you maybe are a little more emotional than you normally are, and you're not really too sure why. Well, don't try to overanalyze it. Just recognize that you're maybe doing a clearing. There's things that you're releasing, and it's time to let in more positivity, to remind yourself that you are love. You're willing and able to receive it, also be willing and able to give it. This is a time where love prevails. Love is the answer. We need to, in our thoughts, go down a more loving, compassionate pathway, and in return we receive more of that back. It can be in little things. It doesn't have to be a great performance of it. Actually, all those small things in life, just having a listening ear to someone who needs to talk, needs to vent, and you can be there for them. It can be opening a door for someone who's got their arms full coming out of a store. It can be just taking time to ask a cashier or a clerk in a store how their day's going, and or to phone that friend or a family member that you haven't spoken to in a while, and just allow that feeling of love to be communicated to them. Also, for yourself, be okay with taking a few minutes out of your day to just meditate, to go for that walk, to just breathe deeply and be grateful for the blessings in your life. And those things, as you know, will come back to you as well. So for those who chose card number 3, this week is about allowing love into your life so that you in turn can put it out into others. All right? So what happens when we throw all these 3 cards together? We get a very good and interesting energy here from the cards. Like I said, we have both the maiden, the mother, and the crone energies here to work with. And remember, our very first card was speak your truth. So that's the center of it for all of us, is that a reminder to say what is true to us. We have that right to speak our truth. And to ask ourselves, is now the time, perhaps now is the time, to speak up, to take a stand. And sometimes that speaking your truth is the core of it is to take that time to ask yourself, what is your truth? What is it you feel that you stand for, that you believe in, that you support? What is true to you? You don't have to answer to anybody else, just to yourself. What is that? And what kind of causes a bit of confusion there is the uncertainty that's backing all this up. You perhaps find, like again, this is over the next week, that there's going to be situations come up. There's going to be conversations you'll hear, whether it's in person or good old social media or something, where you're thinking, well, I'm not sure that I agree with that. What is my thought on that? Like, deep down in, what is it that I really do think about that particular topic? So it could be things that you've kind of brushed over, that you've not put too much thought into because you didn't want to go there. But this is the time, use this energy this week. When those things come up, give yourself that opportunity to take a few moments and ask yourself, what is my truth? And if you feel you need to speak up, know that you have the right to do so. And you do so with love. The whole thing is surrounded with the mother's love. So know again that love yourself so that you stand up for what you believe in and speak your truth. And if you need to speak with someone else, do it in as loving a way as possible. Not approaching someone and say, well, this is what I think and you need to think the same way. That's not what we're doing here. It's just, are there loving words that can be spoken, actions that can be done? If not, and perhaps now is not the time or the place, if you're in the middle of the supermarket and a heavy-duty situation comes up, it may not be the place to bring up the conversation. However, if you hear someone speaking, maybe it's that off-colored joke that really offends you, you have the right to speak up and say, I don't like that sort of talk. I'd rather you didn't speak that way around me. Because you have as much right to that airspace. Or if they're speaking of someone else in a racist or bigoted type of way, and that you can speak up and say that isn't right to talk about them that way. So situations come up all the time. I feel they're going to come up a lot this week. So it could be even as simple as on social media, you find a certain string of events keeps coming up, or conversations that upset you, you don't feel they're true to what your beliefs are. You don't need to engage in that conversation. It's the easiest there. You just delete it. Don't answer. don't go there. Take it off your feed. All right. So anyway, this week is about speaking your truth, stepping into uncertainty, which will make you examine what is true to you. And when it comes time to answer to yourself or to others, do so from a place of love. I hope that was helpful to you today, and I look forward to seeing everybody Monday at 8 o'clock for morning meditations. Bye now.